Hey everyone, it's Ashley from AC Dispatch, and today we're going to be talking about what do you need to start your freight dispatching company? Like, what's the step-by-step guide? So I'm going to be going over a step-by-step guide, what you need to start your freight dispatching to be successful and to get it up and running, grab some carriers, and just be prepared overall. First things first, a freight dispatcher. What is a freight dispatcher? A freight dispatcher is a person who locates, finds loads for their carriers, and books these loads for them. Okay, first step I have written down. First things first is you do want to do your research. So do your research. You do not want to enter this field and have a lack of knowledge. You need to do your research and understand the markets in order to be successful, because if you don't, how are you going to run your business? How are you going to book loads for your carriers if you don't know anything about the industry? So just make sure you are constantly learning and doing a lot of research beforehand, because you don't want to just jump into this and not know anything, because trust me, truck drivers already know a lot of information. So if you come into this and you take on a carrier and you don't know anything, they're gonna know, they're not gonna really trust you. That's just gonna be a short-term deal with you and the carrier. So you want to make sure that you are knowledgeable and you're able to demonstrate that for these carriers, so they're able to trust you and know that you know what you're talking about. That way you can keep them and keep them as a client and make them happy. Also, I say learn the markets. You want to make sure you know like where to send your carriers, where not to send your carriers. Just understand geographics. You don't have to know so much. The more you know, the better. But just understand geographics like the Northeast, Midwest, and where areas it's best to send carriers, and what's like try to stay away from. Know where there's a lot of cargo coming out of, what states cargoes are coming out of, and which way it may be difficult to get some out of. So if that makes any sense, what states are going to be the hardest to kind of get cargo back out. So you have to understand that and know like how you will work around that. So understanding the market is very important as well. Number two, if you feel like this is right for you, if you did enough research and you feel like you're comfortable and you're like getting that green light in your head, like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this, then I say set up your business, like get it registered with the state, incorporate your business, get that going, set that up, get that ready, and that's going to legitimize. Setting up your business and getting registered is going to legitimize the business and make it official and let people know that you are serious. Even you know, like once you have your LLC, it kind of drives and pushes you to keep going because you already set that foundation to continue. Number three is get an EIN number. This is your tax ID number. You will need this because at the end of the year, when the carrier gives you your 1099, you will need this for your taxes. You definitely need to obtain an EIN number. Just keep all this information together. It's just important to have an EIN number. You want to make sure you have it because you do not want to get in trouble by the IRS and stuff like that. So just make sure you get that. Number four is open up a business account. You want to have somewhere to put your funds. You want to be able to track your funds. You want to be able to see what you're making, what's coming in, what's coming out. You know, it's a business, so you want to run it like a business, it's a legit business. So you want to run it as such. So make sure that you're keeping everything organized and maintaining and managing your funds and your profits. 5, set up a business website. So there's so many ways you can set up your website, and there's so many different platforms you can go and set up a website. You have Wix.com, GoDaddy, Squarespace, Square. There's so many website building platforms. You can go and create a website for free, or you can pay monthly. I think they have like monthly subscriptions for certain, like the more featured websites that you decide to choose. If you decide to choose those, they have monthly ones, like monthly fees if you want to do like more advanced featured websites. If you don't know how to create a website, you can hire someone at Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, or there's an app for that as well. You can find someone that will be able to create a website for you for a price. I don't really know what the price range is, but you can go and look it up. But if you don't know how to make a website, there's always someone out there that will be willing to create one for a fee, a price. So definitely don't go crazy if you don't know too much about how to build a website. It's okay. It's not hard actually. I'll probably make a video how to create a website, a simple website. Let me know down below if you would like that type of video, so you don't have to hire anyone, because honestly you can do it yourself. You don't have to hire anyone. But if you just feel like that's just too much, you don't feel like doing it, it's just not your cup of tea, you definitely can hire someone for a small price and get that created for you. It just takes away a workload. So just up to you what you want to do. But definitely have a website. That way carriers can go on your website, look you up, read your information, see what you're about, see what your company's about. That way they can also contact you and ask you questions if they need to. It just looks very good that you have a presence online that they can go and refer back to and read more about. Because sometimes if we're getting into business with people, we want to know about them. We want to see a presence. We want to know like who we're working with and who are we going to trust with, our company, because ultimately, you guys are going to be working together. Number 6 is make sure you have contracts. Create some contracts. You can also find contracts online. You want to make sure you have a contract, a dispatcher agreement form for your carriers. This is very, very important. You cannot actually allows you to do business without a contract as a dispatcher. I think you have to have a written document, agreement stating that you are going to be dispatching a motor carrier. So you want to make sure you have this document. There's a lot of free templates online that you can find. There's also a lot of YouTubers who offer these documents as well. If you look in their links, I've never checked out links in these YouTubers videos, so I don't know if they're really free. They advertise it as free because I watch a lot of YouTube videos on this, but people do say they have free documents, or maybe some of them are selling them for a small fee as well if you want to obtain these documents. But ultimately, you don't have to buy anything for anyone. There's a lot of free templates that you can go and just plug in your information, add in more stuff, just do whatever. Just make sure you have a contract, a written contract to give out to carriers if you're going to be taking them on under your company, if you're going to be dispatching them. Number 7 is having an invoicing system. You can use QuickBooks for this. A lot of people love QuickBooks. It's easy, it's great for small businesses, and you can also use PayPal. If you have a PayPal business account, they also do have a invoicing kind of option there that you can use to create invoices to send out to your carriers at the end of the week, or however you get paid or decide you want to get paid. You have these systems that allow you to create your own invoice to send over to your carriers. So it's very important, because this is going to be like the document you're going to be sending. That way you know and they know like, hey, this is what I'm charging you for the week, and you can keep track of these invoices and make sure like everything is in order. Last but not least is marketing. You want to make sure that you have a marketing tactic, marketing skills, just understanding what you want to do in order for you to obtain carriers so you can dispatch, because that's ultimately how you're going to get paid, through your carriers. So you want to know and understand how you're going to market. That way you can obtain carriers. So making business cards is one way, representing on t-shirts, going to truck stops, talking to truck drivers, online presence, creating accounts like Instagram and Facebook, just going through there and constantly and daily posting and just advertising your business and putting it out there. Cold calling. And cold calling is just basically, actually I'm going to talk about that in another video. The definition is just, calling carriers. So I'm going to get into that a little bit more later, but that's what it is. And these are just different ways to market your business so you can obtain carriers for your dispatching company. Also, a bonus, a nugget is DAT have 30-day free trial. That way you can go on their website and check them out and try out their website for 30 days. That way, this is also very important to do. You can do it before you start dispatching so you can look and get a feel for it, or you can do this when you're just starting. That way you can have those 30 days to not have to pay for a low board. It's up to you. An awesome way to just have 30 days free. That way you can get familiarized with the information you're going to need to plug into that board so you can find loads and understand how it all works and stuff like that. So DAT, or there's so many other load boards. You don't have to just use DAT, but DAT is one of the most common and most popular. It's just used very often in the logistic freight transportation industry. So just go ahead and get familiarized with the load board, get a feel for it, get comfortable, because at first it is overwhelming and it's a lot for people. So you just want to get accustomed to it, because it's going to be like your baby, your best friend. This is where you're going to be finding the loads for your carriers. So it's important to understand what a load board is and how it works, and that way you can get the best loads. You don't have to be frustrated trying to get everything together and then miss a load or something. But if you just get on top of your game, you can get a feel for it, start learning about it, then you'll be able to ace things and find loads quick and efficiently without stressing yourself out. So that is one important thing. As a dispatcher, you are basically looking for loads, and where you're looking for loads on the load boards, there's so many different load boards, and I can make another separate video about that. But DAT is one, and they do have a 30-day free trial if you would like to check them out. I say definitely give it a go. But don't be afraid to start your business. Go ahead and get it started. Do a lot of research. Just take my tips, run with it, do what you got to do, and get your business going. I am so proud of you guys. I wish you best of luck in your journey. God bless.